For my final project, I choose to discuss the inclusion of women into athletics and why gender equality in sports is controversial due to the religious origin. The phrase sports as a religion represents all different people coming together and sharing the experience of watching a game or participating. I have learned that almost all sports have a religious background, but we sometimes forget about that because of how commercialized sports have become today. Athletic games were introduced around 3000 BC as a physical ritual performed strictly by men. Because sports play such a large role in American culture, discriminating or segregating people based on gender does not make for good competition in sports, and overall, not a good society. Throughout this course, we have discussed many aspects of how sports are used to strengthen cultural and ethical values. And I've come to find that the more inclusive our games, the better they are. Denying the inclusion of women in male sports based on gender is a poor reflection of the fundamental idea of sports as a religion. When sports were invented, they were defined as rituals performed only by men because men were thought to be much stronger and more masculine than women. But in order to make our sports more inclusive, it requires inviting all genders to participate in sports equally. Since the legislation passed of Title IX, women and girls now have the opportunity to participate in athletics at a much higher rate, which has helped to improve society's views on equality as a whole. Research has shown that girls who play sports are more likely to graduate and go to college, and furthermore, the participation in sports reduces the risk of developing illnesses such as obesity, heart disease, and breast cancer. But despite the benefits of participation in athletics and Title IX, the playing field is still not level for women. Although females have been invited to participate in sports, they have been gender segregated for religious reasons, and their games have been modified to be less physical or dangerous when compared to men. Some sports are even thought to be too dangerous for females to play at all, such as football. Caroline Pla, who was discriminated from participating in football at her Catholic school, is one of the many females working to change and modernize the rules of Title IX to reflect today's times. Her Catholic school restricted her from playing football on the boys' team because they believed it was too dangerous for her to compete on a male level. I believe that religious groups have a big impact in the changes that can be made regarding gender discrimination in sports. This is a controversial topic because modernizing the rules of sports means more than reflecting today's times. It also means modernizing the religious beliefs and ethical norm of many sports. Despite the progress that has been made when it comes to creating gender equality in sports, there is still a lot of work that needs to be done to make our games more inclusive and overall better for our society.